Hi, I'm Annie, and after several weeks of trying out this set, I'm going to show you what I learned. If you're curious about these new style of brushes, then come along and let's mess this up together. I'm going to be reviewing this set. We have this lovely little brush, and it's not a full foundation brush, but it is so soft. I believe this would be great for going into such areas such as here. You know, I was offered to review the full, and now I regret not doing it, having gone online and gotten a better understanding of these things. They were just so weird. It's like the sponge. For the longest time I fought this, and I just stayed with my normal brushes for everything. But finally I broke down and I got a sponge, and I haven't looked back because it's been much better than the brushes to put on makeup. Now this one I'm still trying to get a feel for. I'm used to a flatter top on my sponge, so getting used to this one. Brushes like this, weird. I mean, toothbrushes and this, I don't know. But I'm gonna try them out and see how it works, because I might just be surprised like I was with the sponge. Now, this set comes with this brush here. It's very unique looking. It comes with the smaller brush here. I am now, like I said, wishing I'd gotten the full foundation size brush so I could really try it out. It comes with one sponge, and it comes with a brush cleaner, which I have not yet used, mostly because I don't want to look ignorant. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, do I just go like this? I don't know, because I mean, it seems like my finger could do that much. I don't know. Maybe because you go sideways. I don't know. It does have different, like, smaller and then thicker ridges. But yes, I look really ignorant trying this, so I'm going to set this down. You do have a brush cleaner with this set. Now each day I'm going to try something different. Today I'm going to try this one, then I'll try this, then I'll try this, and then I'll try what I've been using all this time, and we'll just side by side them. First things first, a little bit of my homemade mix of Metafoam oil and, how do you say it proper? Camellia oil. Now from the videos I've seen, they dot the makeup on first. I've seen some people say that, oh, by the way, the shape does feel lovely. It feels like it contours pretty well. I have seen some people say that you sort of do circles with these brushes. I haven't seen this one yet. This is the first of its type I've seen. Some people say you do circles with these types of brushes, and others say you stipple it on. I don't know what the correct way is. Both the stippling and the circles seem like they would take away the whole point of the shape. I don't have the patience for it. Yeah, I think I was done before I came back in and started screwing with it. So today I get to try this one. Now again, I wish it were larger, but I'm still going to try it for foundation rather than the tight spots it was made for, because I want to get an idea for how it covers. Also, yay! Been walking in the Houston heat a lot this week, and so my face is starting to show evidence of such a thing. Remember I mentioned that some people said you go in small circles and other people said you stipple it? Let's try one on each side and see what difference we get. Okay, clearly I'm not good at stippling. This is going to take a lifetime, especially with the smaller brush. I do believe I'd probably get more full coverage this way if I had the patience to continue on, but I don't, so we're not going to do that experiment after all. But I do believe also with the fuller coverage I would have more of a, you know, lined look. I do feel like I'm getting lines with the makeup, and I don't know that the camera It doesn't seem very true. For one thing, it keeps showing what I'm looking at here is more of a yellow tone. And I don't know. I'm not seeing quite the striping. I mean, maybe right there you can see a little bit of a more makeup. It seems like it's moving it in stripes. But again, I don't think this was made. This is a smaller one. I've seen the big ones, and I believe those are for foundation. I believe this is for these harder to reach areas. But nonetheless, on a larger canvas here, I still should not be seeing stripes. I should simply have to work a lot harder to get there. But it is so good at pushing the makeup that what it does is it seems to push it into like a rivet. Right there, can you see? Kind of pushed it all collected. And now I moved it to there. Okay, this is not going to be my favorite. It is oh so soft. It really is. And it's really cool looking, but there's no way I'm going to sit here and dig on my face for half an hour and in the end still even end up with little rivets of foundation. So either I am doing this incorrectly, which is always a possibility, or this is not the tool for me and for my makeup, because I'm going to try this a little bit different. And I'm still getting streaking. I'm not a patient woman. I am not going to sit here and scrub on my face for long periods of time. I think putting makeup on should be very simple. It shouldn't take forever, and it shouldn't be hard to figure out. Not damaging to the skin as well, you know, with the rubbing. I really don't like the handle. That's why I resisted trying these for so long, is that weird funky handle. But I love the head itself. I just don't like the results I'm getting. Today I get to try the sponge, which is what I'm most used to. Although I am used to one that's a little flatter on top than this little egg top. But nonetheless, I know how to do a sponge. Actually, I don't. But I know how I've done the sponge. Nice that they give you this little pointed piece here to make sure you don't have any clumps around the edges. Yeah, I'm just more comfortable with the sponge. I think it's because I know how to use it, but also I really do feel it creates a smoother look for me. I don't get any of the lines that I was getting with brushes. And when I need a little bit thicker coverage, instead of rubbing it in, I can sort of tap it a little bit if I wanted just a little bit more. Say right here where I've got more discoloration, that's when I could stipple it. But I still am not going to get that same funny look that I get from a brush. And I apologize for feeling this way, but I do. I prefer the sponge. Alright, so once again, this set that I am trying out comes with your brush cleaner. These two brushes, and this brush comes with its little travel case. Getting it lined up, there you go. Neat thing is, you can actually pull it straight out. This one, also, little travel case. And it comes with your sponge. So that is this set, and I hope that showed you something besides how ignorant I am about makeup. Now there is one final thing I want to know, and that is the sponge that came with this kit. Does this cover as well as the one I've been using? Because I feel like it hasn't been, but I won't know for sure unless I do a side-by-side, because you know every day our face changes. You know, we have good face days, bad face days, same with the hair, same with everything really, mostly the stomach. But this is side-by-side. We're going to try this out. Any places where I have a little bit of trouble, I'm going to just press in for concentrated effect. Definitely really going with the good face day, bad face day thing because, oh, and the lighting, it just keeps adjusting itself. Because this just doesn't seem as good as it usually does anyways. Is there any difference at all? I guess I just don't see it. I thought maybe my old one was doing a better job, but I don't see it now. So I'm thinking maybe it was just that my old one felt like a friend. Because you know, you hold the same thing over and over again. You get used to it. I think I had simply gotten used to it. Now, I had tried to cover this up with my new one. I did notice one thing while I was being all, well, this doesn't feel right. I did notice that it did seem to do a better concentrated job. Well, there we go. Got you much closer than you ever should have been to my face, but hopefully you were able to see enough to decide whether this is a kit that you want to try. Personally, I did have a lot more hope for these, but it could be that I chose wrong in getting the small one instead of the big one, but at the same time, I never saw somebody else have that same gathering reaction. So it may be an incompatible issue with my makeup, or it could just be something with, I don't know. Anyways, what makes these brushes so different? Well, I would say it was the fact that they are so dense. They are so dense that when cleaning it, it actually feels a lot like cleaning the sponge. You kind of wonder, did I get more than just the surface? It is thick as can be. So in a lot of ways, I wonder if it's not meant to work very much like the sponge, but I am just not getting that reaction out of it. If this did look like something that was going to work for your needs, because yours may be different than mine, as always, the product link is in the info box below. So happy shopping.